Well, how are you, son?
Well, better late than never.
And never it seemed like a distinct possibility a little while ago.
Why, what happened?
Well, let's just say that things took a little bit longer to clean up after class than I had anticipated.
Well, how'd it go, boy?
Suffice it to say that thanks to Nola, I gave a lecture to my students that they'll never forget.
Oh, tea. Thank you, Jane.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll just take this here. Mr. Chamberlain, what would you like me to do with the slides and the projector that you left in the foyer?
Oh, nothing. I'll take care of it, Jane.
All right.
Would you all excuse me for a few minutes? I have to stow some equipment in the lab.
I'll go with you.
No, thank you, Nola. You've helped me enough.
Oh, okay.
Could I lend a hand, Mr. Chamberlain?
Oh, thank you, but it's not necessary.
But it would be my pleasure, though.
Mr. Andrews is fascinated by all things archaeological, Quentin.
Oh? Really? Well, I don't think the lab would appear to be much to the non-professional.
Ah, but I am a professional.
Oh.
Yes, of a different discipline, of course, but I can certainly appreciate quality. And I understand you have some very sophisticated computer hardware. I would really love to see it. Unless, of course, you'd rather not have visitors.
Oh, no, not at all. Come, I'll show you the lab.
Wonderful.
Well, who's going to pour? Nola, dear?
Oh, no. Well, Vanessa, she's much better at that sort of thing than I am. Here you go. So, Leslie Ann, I want to hear about your wedding. I mean, all of a sudden, I just heard about it.
Yeah, it just happened last week.
Yeah, you didn't send out invitations or cards or didn't call anybody or
No,
anything?
Warren wanted to we wanted to keep it small, so we just had a private ceremony in the hospital chapel.
Oh, that sounds romantic. Almost like a marriage on shipboard.
Well, how small was it?
5, including the chaplain. Hillary stood up for me.
Oh, that's nice. Who was the best man?
Warren's secretary, Peggy.
His secretary?
Well, we didn't have much time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it is not a bad idea to elope and everything. Sometimes I wish I had it, it just saves on fuss.
Now, what about your balloon ride? You wouldn't have missed that, would you, Nola?
Oh, no, of course not. I would have gotten married in the basket. But then I guess, everybody has different tastes. Now, like Vanessa, she'd probably go crazy if she didn't have a big wedding. All that pomp and everything.
Speaking of all that pomp, Nola, darling, what are you wearing to the mask ball?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't decided yet.
Oh, I was going to make my own mask, but I've never done anything like that, and so soon.
Oh, are you invited, Leslie Ann?
Of course she's invited. Alan and I could hardly omit the administrator of Cedars Hospital and his lovely wife.
I don't know about that, Vanessa. You've omitted some people, some other people.
I certainly have not. Anybody who is anybody's invited.
My mother and Tony have not received their invitations yet.
That's strange. The mails must be particularly bad.
Oh, it must be the Valentine's Day crunch.
Yes, it must be. I'll see to it in the morning.
Now, this particular computer is tied in through phone lines with 50 of the largest museums of natural history in the world.
Really?
Oh, yes. Now, if I punch in a code here, like this, and then move to this computer and punch in a similar code, I have complete access to the inventory of any one of those museums.
Oh, amazing. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
What project are you working on at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I am cataloging artifacts I found on my dig in Tankere.
Ah, were they substantial?
Oh, yes, quite substantial. Oh, I better put this away.
Was that one of your finds?
No, this particular necklace is South American in origin.
Another one of your digs?
No.
A purchase, then?
No. I was asked to examine it.
By whom?
The owner.
I see. It's confidential.
Yes.
A little mystery is only fitting when it comes to something so exotic. What do you expect to find in particular?
I'm afraid that's confidential as well.
Of course. I'm sorry to pry.
I'm sorry I have to be so secretive.
Well, not at all. As a matter of fact, well, we're doing work at Cedars right now of a confidential nature. Dr. Stevens is doing research. By the way, where did you two first meet?
Well, right here in Springfield.
Really? From your discussion this morning, I got the impression you were old friends.
Just because there's a good working relationship between a man and a woman doesn't necessarily mean it'll all lead to the altar.
No, I disagree. Look at you and me, Mo and Ed, Vanessa and...
More tea?
Well, yes, we'd love another cup. But I wonder if I could use your phone, Mr. Chamberlain. I have a business call to make.
Oh, certainly. So, you can use the one in my study if you'd like.
Didn't I see one in the foyer as I came in? That'll be just fine. Thank you.
Oh, here, let me help
Sorry.
you. No, I'll get it.
I'm just a
That's
little
okay.
nervous this afternoon.
Oh, there's no reason to be. It's just us folks.
Well, it's the first time I've been fundraising with Warren. I guess I'm just feeling a little self-conscious.
Oh, why? A charming young lady like you, Miss Andrews, you'll get used to it in no time.
And listen, it's never easy being married to a professional man.
Nola, darling, what are you doing about the masked ball? What motif are you going to choose? Some barnyard animal, perhaps?
Ah, Miss Andrews. Did you get your business taken care of?
No, I'm afraid I couldn't handle it by phone after all. I'll have to go back to the hospital. Leslie Ann, this has been a lovely time. I thank you all, but if you'll excuse us
Oh, no,
now...
just a moment, please. I have a little something for you.
Oh?
Yes, your bride has turned out to be such a good fundraiser, I've decided I will raise my contribution this year. I'll write out a check for you right now.
No, Mr. Chamberlain, that won't be necessary. I'm sure you can manage much more efficiently through your accountant. There's no rush.
Oh, but you were in a rush a minute ago.
Only for the commitment. Your father-in-law's word is as good as money in the bank.
Oh, well, congratulations again on your marriage. I hope it'll be a long, happy one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here,
Thank you, everyone.
allow me to show you out.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Congratulations again. You know, that Mr. Andrews is a very strange man. I mean, one minute it's money, money, stay, go. You never know what he's thinking one minute to the next.
Well, people in his position have a lot on their minds, don't forget.
I suppose so. Well, listen, I'm going to go help Quentin straighten up in his lab because he really needs to get better organized, you know, for these lectures. See you later.
Hey, now, the goal here is to lie on your back with your right knee bent, raise your left leg straight up, keep your buttocks pressed to the floor, the right knee straight.
Wait a minute, you sure we don't do this sitting up?
I am absolutely sure we do not do this sitting up.
Oh.
Okay, now, lie flat on your back,
All right.
right knee bent.
Wait a minute. Let me get down. Okay.
Okay, right knee bent,
right
left
knee
leg
bent.
straight.
All right.
Now I'm going to count, okay?
Okay.
All right. Left leg, come on. Left leg up and point and bring your arms up.
What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Here.
All right, now what's wrong?
I can't even see my leg.
Oh, Nola. Oh, here. Can you see the banana?
Well, of course I can see the banana. What
All
does that
right,
have to
then.
do with anything?
Left leg up and touch the banana. If you do, I'll shout Hosanna.
Oh.
All right, look. If you do it, I will give you the banana.
Okay. All I need was a little
Nola,
incentive.
that's cheating.
No, it isn't.
Oh, Nola.
All right, I'm finished with my exercise now. Here. You know, Jane, if I didn't have a good friend like you, this pregnancy would have been very difficult.
Hmm?
No, I mean that, really, I do. I do.
Aw, thanks, Nola. But you have a lot of people who care about you and want to help.
I don't know about that. I mean, Quentin's just involved in the university classes and that ugly old turtle necklace. And Henry, he's just busy trying to keep Vanessa's hands off Billy's throat.
Well, you've got to admit, he has got his hands full, the poor man. What about your family?
Well, I guess Maureen, you know, I sort of feel uncomfortable around her. She wants to help and everything, but it's just that, I feel that my baby reminds her of the one that she lost.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nola. I guess it's been a difficult time for everyone.
And Tony, my goodness, I mean, he just says, well, it has to be a boy, so I can hand down my baseball cards to him, It's like he's making out a will or something.
Well, now your mom's been helpful, hasn't she?
Oh, yes, she's been very helpful. Very helpful. She said, I have nothing in the world to be unhappy about, and if I am unhappy, it's my fault. You know, mothers can be very one-sided sometimes.
Well, mothers always think they're right about their children.
And we are.
And they are.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. That's why I count on you so much, you know, because you see things just really clearly, you know, and you've always been very nice to me.
Well, I'm very fond of children.
Well, I'm not a child.
Oh, well, Nola, now, you know I didn't mean that.
No, I know you didn't mean that. I know you care about Stacy and you care about the baby.
That's exactly what I meant.
You ever had any children?
Oh, sometimes, you know, I feel so close to the children I take care of, I sort of think them as mine.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about Stacy.
Yeah. Well, I know when she grows up, you're always going to have a friend that cares about you.
I hope you'll always care about me, too, Nola.
Well, of course I will. What a silly thing to say.
Well, I have something I want to talk to you about, and I think it's going to be very hard for you to accept. It's about Stacy. You see, I had a sister that was so like Stacy. She was a beautiful child, adorable, very affectionate. She could walk and play, and she had this terrific smile.
Well, that's wonderful. Why should I worry about that?
Because she didn't talk, just like Stacy. I mean, she had no baby talk. She didn't imitate adults when they talked to her.
Well, you know, Jane, sometimes kids, they just start late, that's all.
Yes, I know that. But, Nola, I've been watching Stacy very
No,
closely.
Jane, I don't want to talk about this now, okay?
Nola, I think that we have to talk about this now. I think that just like my sister, Stacy could have a hearing impairment. Nola, she could be deaf.